Buenos dias, que paso, you guys? John's Moto Garage. We are back in the garage, as you can see. Bam. And today I'm just going to do a quick garage update. I'll let you know what I've been up to, where I've been. And sadly, I did not come to the best circumstances here in the garage when I got back. Almost none of my bikes are running. So we'll go over what's going on with the bikes. Again, just a quick update. And that's pretty much it. Just kind of let you guys up to speed, let you know what's been going on. So I was in Nevada, Las Vegas from January 5th through like February 22nd or so. I did a contract for work, basically. It was a job opportunity. So yeah, I was up in Vegas. I was basically working 5 to 7 days a week, tons and tons of work, long hours. And so I wasn't doing many videos. I wasn't doing a whole lot as far as riding. I actually didn't ride at all. I didn't ride until finally today. I jumped on a bike and just like zipped around the neighborhood, which I have to say was awesome. Maybe I'll do a video at some point what it was like not riding for a month, which all you guys that are like dealing with the snow and stuff are probably thinking, you idiot, dude, we go months every year without riding, so we already know what it's like. Anyway, let me go over what's up with all the motorcycles, because yeah, I came back to some unexpected issues with the bikes. So we'll start out with the Dyna FXDX. This bike was actually already down before I even left. I had just barely gotten this back from the shop. I rode it about 3 times, out ripping wheelies, kind of getting used to it again. And if you remember, I had floating rotors before that had got completely blown up, basically. And so I took it to Cruzy Originals, and the big thing is he put these new rotors on, and these are, as you can see, just solid rotors, or not solid, but they're not floating. Anyway, after only 3 rides, you can't really tell in the video in this because it's already warped, but this rotor is completely warped. So bad that it won't even roll back and forth. I hit up Ryan, and he told me that he's ridden these rotors on a lot of bikes over the years and has never had issues, but he said in like the last month and a half, these rotors on mine, as well as on Trent, who works at Cruzy Originals, we've had issues with these rotors. So he's thinking maybe it was a bad batch or something. But when I'm able to, I'm going to get the bike back into the shop, and he'll throw a fresh set of rotors on. Or really, it's just this back rotor, and hopefully we'll get this thing back up and running. So otherwise, the bike still fires up. Everything's good aside from that rotor. I'll get the Dyna back up and running. The DRZ here, just a dead battery. Like, it won't even turn on at this point. And I still have that cracked case, so I'll have to get that repaired. That was all before I left, other than the battery. This thing was out of commission. All right, the 636. This is the bike I was hoping to jump on and ride, because it was the only bike running more or less properly when I left. I got back, and check this out. But even with the clutch in, it won't do anything. It's as though there's no power at all to the starter button. And on the tank, I have freaking rat feces all over the freaking tank. I've never had issues with rats since I've lived here. Rats aren't like huge. At least I didn't think they were. Well, sure enough, I got rat feces all over the tank. I pulled the seat off to hook it up to the charger, and there's freaking, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this all chewed up by rats, all that crap. I kid you not, rats chewed through the freaking wires on this bike. You can see all of this. So yeah, that's the 636. Who knows? As far as I know, they freaking chewed through the wires on the DRZ too. But the 636 destroyed by freaking rats or mice or whatever. So I put some rat traps out. That I was not expecting. I was like, what the heck? The Triumph, this bike, before I left, I went to ride it around the block, and it was running terribly. So I'm pretty sure the freaking fuel pump has gone out on this Triumph Bonneville just from sitting. It's an older bike, in 2012. It's only got 3,000 miles. That's one of the big things that I've seen go out on bikes with lower miles that are older, fuel pumps. Anyway, so fuel pump, case, and battery on this. That thing's freaking chewed through. I don't know what I gotta do on the wiring. I need a new rotor on that bike. The only bike that's running is my Grom, which I busted off the foot peg. I don't know how I did that. I think I crashed it doing circle wheelies again. So the Grom is otherwise working though. I ripped wheelies on it earlier today. And then Jackie's Sportster still runs. So Jackie's bikes are working okay aside from the Triumph, but my bikes are all pretty much out of commission aside from the Honda Grom, which I need a foot peg. So I'm gonna get the Dyna up and running. My plans, after taking a month and a half off riding and coming back, honestly, I want to get rid of everything except for what I'm using the most, which is the Dyna. I've just kind of stretched myself too thin, and I've got just a lot of other things to focus on. And so really I want to focus on the Dyna. I'll probably get rid of the 636. I'll probably get rid of the DRZ, even though I don't know, DRZ I'll probably keep actually. Definitely gonna get rid of the Triumph. Jackie hasn't been riding that. It just obviously needs a fuel pump now. My Honda Grom, I'll probably hang on to that. But yeah, I'm gonna narrow it down to just the Dyna for now. I'd love to do the sport bike riding, but the reality is where I'm at right now in life, I don't have the time to be going out and doing all that kind of stuff. When I was driving home, I did have withdrawals and I was totally missing the motorcycles, especially the Harley. But the real thing I wanted to do coming home was get a mountain bike and go back and start mountain biking again, which I was never a super avid mountain biker, but it's just a great outlet. You get out, you're on the mountain, you're outdoors, you're getting the fitness side of things, and mountain biking as well has been something that's connected me with my bro and some of my good friends. And so yeah, nothing too wild, but yeah, just kind of focus on the basics, which I've been trying to do anyway. Thank you guys for all the support. I was pleasantly surprised to see that even though I wasn't super active on the channel, I still had, you know, decent numbers. People were still subscribing, still getting decent views on the videos and all that good stuff. So that was good. And yeah, I appreciate the support. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Hope you guys are all doing well. Like and subscribe if you dig it. We'll catch you next time. Adios. Hasta luego. Nos vemos. And hey, got a shout out, Kevin the handyman. Follow this dude on Instagram if you aren't already. His name's @Dyna_soar. And he's got a beautiful FXDX as well as a Road Glide bagger that he's building. This is your hardworking, you know, fellow neighbor who works hard and then does awesome builds on his motorcycles. And so yeah, that's the type of dude who I'm going to support. And yeah, there it is. Also, I've had a lot of other brands support the channel. Of course, Rebel Reaper, you guys all know them. I'm a big fan of them. But also Slimeball Nation. They sent out these shirts and sweatshirts some months back, so big shout out to those guys for supporting the channel as well. And heck, while we're at it, let me jump over to my board. And yeah, just all these rad companies. So there it is. All right, you guys, we'll catch you next time. Adios, nos vemos.